Sporting Goods. The tournament is winding down and the competition is heating up here in Whitestown, Indiana at the Little League Softball Central Regional. Teams are trying to keep their championship hopes alive with Missouri and Illinois battling out to start the morning. Let's see the updated bracket. 6 teams remain, 3 will be eliminated today. The winner of this game, they're gonna have to wait until 7 o'clock tonight to play again. Back with former Syracuse softball player Faith Kane, I'm Kelsey Casper. Well, Faith, competition, it's heating up. Seasons are on the line. What are you most looking forward to out of today's action?
Well, I think both of these teams are so evenly matched. You have Illinois, who had Hadley Morrow in the circle. She has pitched every single game. But then on the other hand, Missouri, they have such a deep pitching staff. They have used 4 pitchers throughout this tournament so far, but they've had an interesting 24 hours. Had to play 2 games to stay alive yesterday through the elimination bracket. The game yesterday against Nebraska was actually postponed due to bad weather from the night before, so a little disjointed. They finished out with a 6-2 win, but overall the Bats really came alive against Iowa. They won 13-1 in a 5-inning run rule. They were aggressive on the base pass and the only team in the tournament so far where every single player has gotten a hit. This is a team that knows how to put pressure on the defense, also have a deep pitching staff, and they have proven how they can fight through that elimination.
It hasn't been an easy weekend logistically for Missouri. Their first game on Friday was delayed, went into extra innings, and didn't end until 11:40 p.m. And then their game Saturday was postponed to yesterday morning, where they rattled off 2 straight wins to play today. Now here's the batting order for Missouri today. Solid from top to bottom, like you mentioned. Every player has had a hit in this tournament. But on the other side, we have an Illinois team who suffered a tough loss to Kentucky last night, and I'm sure they are ready to bounce back.
Well, they have to be so happy with the way that they have performed so far in this tournament. Last year, gut punch. They were 1-2 throughout this tournament. Now they got Hadley Morrow in the circle. She has been the ace, the stud on both sides of play right now. She has pitched every single inning for this Illinois team and also stepped up big at the plate.
And she's getting the start again today. 2-0 the count for Kensley Murphy to hit things off, who arguably has been one of the best hitters in this tournament. As you see, 272 pitches thrown for Hadley Morrow.
And you look at that number and you think, man, a lot of pitches for her, right? But she's pitched 3 games so far, and on average, pitchers are usually throwing anywhere to about 100 pitches per game. So she has been efficient. She's averaging only 17.6 pitches per inning, but she's going to start off with a walk here.
That 4-pitch walk to Murphy, who is aboard for Daniel Boone Little League, representing Columbia, Missouri, led by their manager Clay Bethune. Back here again in Whitestown as Laramie Himmelberg steps up to the plate. She'll square around to bunt, and she gets it down. Close play at first, but Mulligan's gonna make the toss for out number 1.
We've seen throughout this tournament how Illinois shifts their defense so much, and it's the reason why is to cover that bunt. They do not have their first baseman charge, so Grace Mulligan and Hadley Morrow in the circle for Illinois have to charge that and cover that all the way on the other side. Mulligan coming all the way over from third, so covered a lot of ground on that play.
So 1 out, runner on second base for Gianna Reed. One of the pitchers on this Missouri staff, but playing third base this morning. She has 4 hits coming into this game. Missouri with a tough start, and extra innings lost to Indiana. They fell 4-3 in game number 1. Were able to put up 6 runs against Nebraska and then run-ruled Iowa yesterday in 5 innings, putting 13 runs on the board. Reed pulls this one foul.
Please return that foul ball to the first base umpires. Thank you.
And Missouri on a similar path like last year. They lost their first game. They then rattled off 4 straight wins. They're hoping to do the same and possibly better this year, as this one's gonna fall in for a base hit for Reed. So 2 aboard for Missouri here in the top of the first inning.
why this team is able to go so far and put it all on the pitching staff. The fact you have so many arms that you can throw to. This team has 5 pitchers on this team. They trust anyone to get in the circle and throw.
So a big opportunity here for Chase Bethune. She'll be getting the start in the circle for Missouri. Haven't seen her since that first game that lost in extra innings to Indiana. And she's looking to give herself a lead here in the top of the first inning. And it looks like Krischke's gonna call out a first and third play for this Illinois defense. "17 stolen bases for Missouri in this tournament so far. First pitch strike. Or excuse me, 1-1 the count rather to Chase Bethune. Taking off is Reed. And Krischke will just hold it.
And thinking about that game last night against Iowa with Missouri, this is a team that had 13 stolen bases just against Iowa. So they're a team, we saw them take risks, round bags, take really big leads. They're gonna try to bait the defense.
You see it's a tight strike zone this morning. Morrow wanted that call, but rather it's a 3-1 count. She bounces back though.
And in every game that she's thrown so far, we really haven't seen her fall behind in counts very often. It's a little uncharacteristic here.
Full count to Bethune. Sprays this one into left field. Making the catch is on Kiko. And tagging up to score is Murphy. Missouri on the board here at the top of the first inning.
For Missouri,
A great RBI fly out there, but also a great catch from Kiko. Had a beautiful drop step, got the ball in quick.
6 runs scored for Kensley Murphy in this tournament. But with 2 outs, here's Maya Coons, first baseman for Missouri this morning. Batting .429 so far in this tournament with 3 hits and 1 run scored.
Something this Missouri offense does really well too is understanding situations. So they know that when there's less than 2 outs, runners in scoring position, you have a runner on third, the goal is just to get the ball in the outfield. Doesn't have to be on the ground, line drive, can be in the air. You know you're gonna score her, you can sacrifice yourself, and that's okay. They play the small game, you've seen the bunt. They've done the fake bunt and steal.
They have been efficient so far through 3 days. Big hopper to Mulligan, but no problem getting this one to first. So quick inning, but Missouri able to plate a run in the top half of the first. Illinois will grab the bats for the first time when we come back. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. The T-ball photos of our starting pitchers today. We just saw Hadley Morrow in the circle for Illinois. Now we're getting our first look at Chase Bethune since Missouri's first game of the tournament.
Yeah, she pitched well in that game. She pitched 8.1 innings, had 7 strikeouts. So now getting the start in the circle, and it's been so nice. You know, got the day off yesterday, got to relax, rest, and then come in and be fresh against a really good Illinois team.
And another powerful offense led at the top by Emma Ramos, who we've seen make some hard contact.
She's just an athlete up there. We've seen Ramos start out this lineup, and she figures out how to get on. She does it. Then you have Hadley Morrow, though, also in the 5-hole, who has come in clutch for this team as well, so doing it in the circle as well at the plate.
Illinois, in their first outing of the tournament, was able to put up 11 runs on Nebraska. Finished that game early in 4 innings. And a first pitch strike into Emma Ramos, who's batting .625 in this tournament. 5 for 8 at the plate with an RBI and a triple. Check swing as she drops 0-2 in the count.
You look at the way that Bethune pitches too. She just has so much spin on her ball. She throws that fast. She also has a 2-seam, so that's gonna cut break or have a late break. It either usually goes inside or outside. She also has a knuckle and a curve.
To the count to Ramos. Sprays one foul. No one's going to grab this one. Stays alive at the plate. Ramos is their leader. She's the star in the batting order and on the defense. Shortstop. Voted most likely to go pro by almost every single player on the roster. This one's going to hit Ramos. A 1-2 count. So the leadoff aboard for Illinois.
That one looked like just gotten away from Chase Bethune.
Second baseman, number 2,
Ramos, she's tough, going on down to first. I thought she was having a great at-bat, though. Just battling off.
But now she's on the base pass, and we know she is quick. 17 stolen bases for Illinois. Very similar to Missouri. Nobody out. Here's Khaleesi Columbari. We'll see if she tries to move Ramos over. Hard hit on the ground. They'll go for the tag of Ramos and double play to first. Double play by Himmelberg, doing it all herself.
Himmelberg doing a really good job getting that ground ball. This is so tough as a runner. You almost have to pause and make her try to come at you or try to get past her before that ball does. But Himmelberg doing a good job taking that tag, getting it on Ramos. That's a big double play right there. This is why Chase Bethune is just so good too, throwing an off speed on the first pitch of her at bats.
Called ball. It looked like the umpire behind the plate called a strike. But nope, saying it is a ball, so want to know the count. It's like manager Clay Bethune wanted some verification. He mentioned the spin on the ball from Bethune. Able to get Juliet Krischke to chase upstairs, 1-1 the count. Krusky in this tournament. You see dad and manager calling pitches. Krusky, the catcher for Team Illinois. She's got a 2-2 count. In the air, right side. In between first and the catcher. This one's gonna drop in. Coons and Risenhoover couldn't communicate to make the catch.
And in that situation, the easiest play to make is have Coons come from first to try to get that catch. Risenhoover has to get all the way out of her crouch and catch her. And she's not even facing the ball. That ball is spinning backwards towards her. So Coons definitely taking charge there.
2-2. And softly hit right to Reed at third. So great defensive inning from Team Missouri, and they had the lead heading into the top of the second inning here in Whitestown. Here's our updated Central Region standings here in Whitestown, Indiana. 4 total teams have been eliminated: Iowa, Ohio, Nebraska, and Wisconsin. Shout out those teams for advancing and earning their spot in this region. But as of right now, 6 teams remain. Up next, we have Minnesota, Michigan, the elimination bracket. The winner of this game and the winner of that game will face off later tonight. 2 teams that Faith and I have us. Kentucky and Indiana, they're 2-0 at the top.
Yeah, they've been doing well. Nightside crew has gotten them.
We've been able to, fortunately, avoid all the early rain that happened here in Whitestown. That got some delays and postponements. But clear skies, hopefully, the rest of the way. 1-0 the lead for Missouri. Mallory Paskulik to lead things off. 6-7-8, 2 up for Missouri. Ainsley Murphy was able to score in the top half of the first. Off the sacrifice fly from Chase Bethune. One and 2 the count. Batting .250 with an RBI in Whitestown. She singled in that Indiana game and had an RBI versus Iowa. Battling here. That one called strike 3. Good start for Hadley Morrow.
All right now, just falling behind
Risenhuber.
in some of these counts early, but I love that she is able to battle. She's coming right back into it. But great spot right on the outside corner. Paskulik even kind of took a deep breath after that. Woo.
So with one away, here's Bridget Risenhuber. Behind the plate for Team Missouri. Hard hit, but fouled to the right side. Highlight of the season for Bridget was hitting her first home run. She's been pretty solid at the plate so far in this region. She's hitting .333 with 2 hits, but right now facing an 0-2 count, trying to battle back. Morrow trying to get that outside pitch call.
That's not a bad spot. You love that on 0-2. You want to keep it off the plate. Get it in the black a little bit. I like the spot. It was a little low.
Risenhuber in the air, right side. Nice job by Kulimbari to go back on it. Just shallow right field for round number 2.
Great play by the second baseman. That ball is spinning, moving in the air. She did a good job keeping those feet moving, changing up direction too. Did the back or the drop step and then had to switch.
So with 2 outs, here's Ari Rhodes, the right fielder for Missouri. This is an offense that has scored in each of the last 6 innings. Excuse me, make it 7, counting the one this morning. Good spot from Morrow, 1-1 the count.
Her highlight this year, hit her first out of the park home run. So there's a lot of power in this lineup.
Look at those numbers, 23 total runs, 30 hits, and so aggressive on the base paths.
Yeah, stolen bases, 18 for 21. We saw it yesterday. They were thrown out in a few different situations, but I love that they were aggressive. They were trying it. They were testing the arms of the defense.
Good battle with 2 outs. Rhodes will take the walk.
You have manager Kendra Murphy, too, over at third. And she's also been the one that's been taking the risk. She goes, I want you to go. I want you to round hard.
So 2 outs. In Missouri rattle here. Chloe Jacko now at the plate. She fouls one back to the right side. Jacko, another player with a ton of speed out there in center field. See your favorite singer, Luke Combs. Country fan out of Columbia.
There's a lot of country lovers out here.
I mean, it's a central region, come on.
I know you like that too, Kelsey.
Big fan. Indiana girl, come on, you gotta love country. 2-1. Little half swing from Jacko, and it's a full count. Hadley Morrow started this inning off with a strikeout. Risenhuber to fly out to second before walking Rhodes to first. keep Missouri off the board. It's a tough task. But she's able to get the inning-ending strikeout.
For Missouri, on the top of inning.
Hadley Morrow shutting it down, pulling the string on the changeup, and gets the strikeout to end the inning.
For Illinois, third baseman, 14, Bryn Mulligan.
1-0 game here in Whitestown, but let's talk Team Illinois out of Elmhurst. And this is a team that has really been together for the last 4 or so years.
Yeah, they won back in at 10U, 11U, and now they're here. Now, they came last year, was 1-2 in the Central Regional, but they feel like this year they're a lot more confident. They feel more prepared. They're healthier. Hadley Morrow, who's been pitching every single inning, she pitched all of last year, but actually was struggling with a shoulder injury. So coming in now, feeling better, more confident, and you can tell they look it too.
Their team culture has been stellar this season. They focus on purpose over pressure. They understand why they're here, and a bigger picture of what they're trying to accomplish.
Many of these players too coming from high-level travel programs.
Our chopper over short. Murphy takes care of it for round number 1.
So they played together all through the travel season. Now they're here together in Little League, coming from a team called the Beverly Bandits. If you know anything about travel softball, that is a huge softball organization that travels around the country and plays.
One away. Here's Hadley Morrow. A little floater. That's going to fall in foul territory. This team had to battle to earn their spot here in Whitestown. They were down 5 in the state championship game. They came back and they won. They really hadn't been punched in the mouth like that since losing to Kentucky in the Central Region last year. They ended up falling to Kentucky last night as well.
Well, it's great to face that adversity before you come onto a big stage like this, because it shows you that you are willing to fight, you know how to pick up the bats and step right back in.
You see the side-by-side numbers between in the box and in the circle. I mean, pretty impressive two-way player in Hadley Morrow.
Pitching every single inning, 21 Ks.
And comes up with the hit too. Even more offense for Hadley Morrow. Grounds this one in between 5-6 hole. And Illinois is on the Bates pass with one away.
I love when you're a pitcher and you can also hit. Sometimes you may not have the best day in the circle, and then you can just turn around and be like, okay, I'm gonna hit the ball. Or it's the other way around, and she's just done a phenomenal job. I don't think people understand how hard it is to be a great two-way player. You go to practice, you have to make sure that you're pitching, but you're also getting the same amount of reps.
And she takes off, stealing the throw. Call safe that second. What a toss from Risenhoover. It was a close play.
A great throw from behind the plate. Hadley Moore also says, I know how to run bases too, and I'm not scared to slide. It was very close, but yeah, it looks like she does get her foot in there, and she's safe.
Yeah, tag at the waist. I think the throw beat her.
She even looked at the umpire
Yeah,
there and was like, am I safe?
Good stop by Risenhoover. Here's Daniela Salinas. Chase Bethune back in the circle for Missouri. Has yet to give up an earned run in this tournament. Two and two. Little one-hopper over to second. Middleburg tracks it down. Two away, but Morrow now standing on third.
And that's a productive at bat for Salinas. Ball in the outside corner, take it to the right side. That's the goal when you have a runner at second base. Try to get her to advance. If she would have taken that to the left side, Morrow may still be sitting at second. So productive overall. Now you got a runner in scoring position.
So two down. Kylie Lowry now at the plate. Missouri trying to extend their lead. Lowry actually scores around to bunt, trying to catch this defense off guard.
Like Chase Bethune that spins the ball really well, has a really aggressive windup. The best thing you can do as a hitter is try to stay short to the ball as much as possible. You want to keep those hands quick. Also have really good extension because her ball does move. Try to get that barrel through the zone as long as possible.
1-2 the count. Lowry's been a tough out this tournament. 4 for 6 at the plate with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. She also leads the team with 4 stolen bags. Two and two. Inside, jammed her. And Risenhoover able to drop back and make the catch for the final out. So Chase Bethune's been going to work early. She's capped Illinois off the scoreboard. Want to see some girls with game? Tune in to an exciting summer of softball and visit littleleaguesoftball.org for great content, information about starting a softball league, and more. Just look at all the fun we've been having these last few days. Exciting softball, dance moves, celebrations. And it's not over yet.
Yeah, this is what Little League is all about. We've seen great competition.
First pitch swinging is Emma Gilpin. Milligan at third, tosses over to first, one down.
And especially here in our region, we have seen so many good games. We've seen a couple extra inning games, pitching duels. Everyone really evenly matched.
Yeah, the level of competition has been high. Some talented young athletes on the field, including this one, Declan Gastineau, the lefty for Missouri. Two hits for Gastineau in this tournament. She singled in the 9th against Indiana, had a big hit. And also contributed in that Sunday win versus Nebraska. She's got a 3-1 count.
You can tell there's a little bit of frustration coming from Hadley Morrow in the circle. I think just a little upset, maybe not hitting spots as much, but she's still been able to battle here throughout this game.
She comes back to force a full count here. Called strike 3. She has to be pleased with that.
Yeah, gotta get excited after that. Battling back, down in the count, and then come back with 3 straight strikes. And a great pitch here, right on the outside corner. Beautiful spot. That is something that she's really good at, is hitting those corners.
One away with Lily Ash, who rounds out this Missouri batting order. They bring 12 players to the plate with the continuous batting order here in Little League. Little half swing from Ash, and it's a 1-2 count. Slow roller. Morrow is there. And Hadley Morrow makes quick work of the bottom half of this Missouri lineup. 1-2-3 inning for Illinois as they trail by 1 midway through the 3rd. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Monday morning in Whitestown. Tournament's starting to wind down, getting a little bit more competitive as we take a look at the regional semifinals. The Central Region, Tuesday at 7 on ESPN. Huge stage for these young players. It'll be a prime time ESPN, and God, that must be a dream come true.
Absolutely. You look at all their questionnaires, all of them say, I'm excited to play on ESPN, and they're here. They're getting that opportunity. Getting it 12 years old, too. A lot of us didn't get it until we were 20 in college.
Mine was even a little later. But regardless, super fun week so far, and the action continues. One of these teams will punch their ticket to the Little League World Series. Right now, Illinois is trying to get on the board here in the bottom of the third inning. This is Margot Greendike. 8, 9, 10 due up for Team Illinois of Elmhurst. That one catching just the top of the zone. 1-2. Smokes one, but right into the glove of Jacko in center.
That was a good solid hit by Greendike. Down at the knee, she went down and got it. Just hit it right to center field. Yeah, she did everything right.
Those, I think, are more frustrating than anything. Yeah, as a hitter. You feel so good off the bat, and it just goes right into the glove.
That can be the frustrating part.
Tough mental game. And these young players are getting some good experience early. With one out, here's Rena Ankiko. The backhand at second, Himmelberg. Oh, she's been fabulous today.
And look at that range by Himmelberg over there. She was playing right in the middle of first and second, and she goes all the way up the middle near second base, gets that beautiful backhand, and makes that play. Look, great form, quick turn. Nice.
She had a double play herself back in the top of the first inning. Ground ball right to her, tagged the runner through to first. She's been active at second. 2 outs, here's Florence Hildreth. Illinois trying to get something started. They've only had 1 inning this entire regional without a base runner. Swing and a miss for Hildreth. Hildreth still looking for her first hit, but she does have a run scored and 2 walks. Showed a lot of battle against Kentucky. They were down 5-2 in the 6th. Scored 3 runs to take the lead, but ended up losing it in the bottom of the 6th inning. Two and 2. And it's a full count. Here's the payoff.
Hildreth doing a good job battling, but also Chase Bethune in coming back from behind. 7th pitch of the at-bat.
And we'll do it again. Hildreth just foul. some life to this Illinois offense. And Bethune does not get the call. Patient at bat for Hildreth, and it ends with a walk.
That was a really close call, too. Hildreth, even looking back at the umpire, was it a ball? Strike? Do I get to take first? Sometimes the best thing to do, just drop your bat, start running. Hope you get the call.
Let's see it.
They'll call you back if they need to.
Great framing.
Yeah, good work back there.
So Illinois does get a base runner. 2 outs. Here's Emma Bay to wrap up Illinois' first time through the batting order. To the left side. Coming in to make the catch. Gilpin in left. So Bethune and Missouri still holding Illinois scoreless through 3. Gorgeous, sunny and 75 morning here in Whitestown. Game 1 of the day, Missouri taking on Illinois in an elimination bracket matchup. Nate Kane and Kelsey Casper with you. Right now, it's a close one. 1-0 lead for Missouri. They have an opportunity to add to it here. We've seen a lot of pitching duels. Is that what you expect the rest of the way in this one?
Yeah, I mean, Hadley Morrow, she's been the ace. She's been doing it. Then Chase Bethune also looking really efficient out there. Got to rest yesterday. I'm interested to see as this game goes on, Hadley Morrow will start feeling a little tired. I mean, this is her 4th game. Let's remember that. And that's a lot of innings.
She has been carrying the load. Murphy on the ground to Ramos. I mean, we're talking about it in the break. Those two are just incredible athletes on both sides of the ball. Both at shortstop, both the leadoff hitter in their respective lineups.
And they deserve it. I mean, they are so athletic, and they just play at that next level. Murphy is such a tough out, so great play. If you notice, Ramos actually was playing up the middle because they've been scouting these teams. Let's remember that, too. Murphy loves to hit the ball up, and you're seeing Ramos, too, right now. Actually sit almost nearly right in front of second base, right behind her pitcher.
Good read on the infield. It's perfectly placed for that ground ball. Here's Laramie Himmelberg, who's been the star defensively in this game for Missouri. Chopper to Morrow. 2 outs. Quick work of this top of lineup for Missouri that was able to score right off the bat in the top of the 1st inning. it was Gianna Reed with the lone hit for Daniel Boone Little League. Two.
Hallie Morrow just has some great natural movement. It likes to drop off the table last second. And you saw it right there. It's gonna cross at the knees, so you gotta swing, but then it drops.
Good eye from Breed. 5 hits, 5 RBIs. Or the third baseman slash pitcher for Team Missouri. This one just foul. Reed over third base.
That was close, right on that line nearly. Just missed foul. You see Reed really out in front of it. Oh, that was good. Ooh. She could have easily stretched that to a double.
But 1-2 the count, 2 down. Hard hit through the right side. Will toss to first. But Salinas was not on the bag in time. Wound up being a pretty close play, but nonetheless, second hit for Gianna Reed.
The second that ball was hit, Salinas, I think she wanted to go cover first base immediately. Great, solid, hard hit outside corner and just went by her, but great job by Emma Bay to come up, try to get that throw at first. I think Salinas was a little surprised. Oh, yep, the ball's coming my way.
That one called a ball to Chase Bethune. Bethune had the lone RBI. She takes it left side. Sacrifice fly out to left field in the first.
This Illinois offense, they love to shift defenses constantly out there on the infield. Right now, they are pinching up the middle. They are leaving those gaps open on the infield between 5 and 6 and 3 and 4. So they're leaving those open, and outfield also playing really deep. Shifted to the left as well.
Bethune with only 1 hit in this tournament, but she has 3 RBIs.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of flyouts by her to the outfield. Again, knowing her role. She gets those runners over at third. Will knock them in.
Slow roller is going to get past Morrow. They got to be quick with it. And out at first. Great work by Columbari at second. And Missouri strands another runner. Their third of this game. It's a close one midway through the 4th. Little League Softball Regionals continue with the debut of Little League Around the Bases, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Today's coverage of every region can be seen throughout the day, streaming live on ESPN+. Bottom of the fourth inning, Illinois trailing 1-0, but Faith, they have shown this tournament that they have a lot of fight in them.
Yeah, they get better as the game goes on. They are teams that start making adjustments at the plate, and it's because when they faced Kentucky last night,
Ramos smokes one deep into center, but Jacko playing center perfectly deep for the power of Ramos, was underneath it.
yeah, if they're playing in it all, that ball is way over her head. Ramos is just rocking the ball. But yeah, look at last night against Kentucky. They trailed 5-2 after 3 innings, tied the game in the 6th, 5-5, and then lost on a walk-off in the bottom of the 6th. So a heartbreaker, so tough to try to turn it around and get back into this game. But you just see that fight that they have. Again, adjustments. We just saw a great hit from Ramos.
And they have to come back, play the first game this morning. Tough one, but they're ready for it as Columbari's hitting the arm. She'll take first. So that's what they needed, a base runner.
Let's also remember, too, you know, first game of the day, 10 in the morning. And then whoever wins this is going to play tonight at 7. So that's a massive gap. But you do have 2 games in a day. Big gap. Sometimes not always the best. Not my favorite, personally. So right back out here.
Juliet Krischke at the plate. Coming into this game, what a snag by Reed, and the throw to first. Covered a lot of ground on that play.
Gianna Reed making a really good play over at third. Columbari she had the steal on, so she was going right away on that. Great snag, great movement, good feet, setting it, making that throw.
Missouri is going to need some lights-out defense if they want to keep this lead. Himmelberg's been showing it all day. Out number 3, and Illinois strands a base runner. It's a 6-pitch inning for Chase Bethune. Missouri looking to add to their lead as we head to the 5th. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Well, we have already seen a handful of pitching duels in this tournament, and we have another one brewing on this Monday morning. Hadley Morrow and Chase Bethune. Taking a look at their numbers through 4 innings. Hadley's given up 2 hits, Chase only 1. And it is a 1-0 ball game here in Whitestown.
You look at those strikeouts too, though. Chase Bethune really trusting her defense, and her defense has been solid behind her. We've seen some great plays from Himmelberg over at second, also Gilpin out in left. Gianna Reed with a great snag too.
Coons is going to lay down the bunt, perfectly placed, and she's safe at first.
I think that was a little bit of a surprise for everyone that that bunt was getting laid down. Coons squaring up really late for that bunt, drops it down right in front of the catcher. Great spot, kind of in no man's land.
And you could hear that really pumped up the dugout too. It's crazy what a bunt can do. We saw it in the AUSL game this weekend, and it's another one. This one's going to roll foul off the bat of Mal Paskulik.
When you got a 1-0 game, every run is going to matter right now. Try to score any possible way, and if small games work, and play the small game.
Mal's got some good taste. Her favorite movie, The Benchwarmers. Bunted down the first base line. Who's gonna get it? No tag. Coons all the way to third, and everyone's fired up.
I'm sure there was a little bit of a game plan with that bunt. This is how Illinois plays defense. When they have a bunt, the first baseman is going to stay back. That means Hadley Morrow, her job is to cover that right side. And if you bunt it perfectly towards first, there is no one there. That is such a tough coverage to make as a pitcher. And then also, Coons doing a really good job of seeing that no one was covering third because Hadley Morrow's coming all the way over, as well as Mulligan at third. So she's gonna run over to 3. Now you've got runners on the corners. But great bunt, perfect spot.
Back-to-back bunts for hits for Team Missouri. One of the coaches for Illinois gonna call timeout, talk with the defense, because like you said, nobody out. First and third situation. This is a tough one to be in if you're in defense.
Well, with the game 1-0 right now, you can't let her score over at third. You gotta imagine they're gonna steal on this. They're gonna try to get into a pickle over between second and first. But as a catcher, as a defense, I am probably just worried about the runner at third. Probably throwing down to 3 for a pick.
And it looks like Chad Columbari is going to ask for this one to be reviewed. I think he was wanting a tag at first, but I'm not sure if Illinois got the tag on Paskulik. So the call on the field safe at first. Both teams have 2 unsuccessful challenges in regulation.
Yeah, it's right there. Oh, it looks like it did get her.
This is
elbow guard.
I like the other angle of this. Let's see. Did it catch her?
It looked like maybe it hit her elbow guard.
It was perfectly timed when she was running.
Maybe not. See, if you look here, that looks like she got a little bit of it because she pushes it up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good challenge call by Illinois.
This is also where you trust your players. You turn them like, hey, did you tag her? You say, yeah. Challenge it.
On the field, it was so quick, it did not seem like she got the tag. Umpire wasn't in the best position to see it, kind of looking at it from behind. And they get only 1 in extra innings. You gotta use them or lose them in regulation. And Coaches thus far have won 3 of 17 challenges in this tournament, so the odds are not in their favor right now, but you never know.
Well, that's just props to the umpire crew. That means they're doing a great job out there on the field, getting those calls.
Our umpires today, Jennifer Sims, Michael Miller, Jimmy Kenyon, Jim Spade. Shout out to the crew this entire tournament. Volunteers in the Little League.
I don't know, this is a close one, Kelsey. I think it got a piece of her elbow guard.
This is a big out. No outs for Illinois. Now the runner will stay at third. There's no retreating or going back. It would just be an out at first. And Bridget Risenhoover is waiting to get her crack at it. But clearly it's a close call because they're taking their time with this one.
Remember, whoever loses this game is going to go home. Whoever wins will play late tonight.
Yeah, looks like they have a call. And the call is overturned, out at first. It's a great use of a challenge for Illinois. Tough break for Missouri.
Man, that was not even inches, millimeters.
For Missouri, the catcher, number 10, Bridget Risenhoover.
So still an opportunity, though, for Missouri. Maya Kuhn still standing at third base. And here's Bridget Risenhoover getting her sign from Kendra Murphy at third.
And I'm surprised right now, Illinois, their outfield, giving some respect to Risenhoover, which, yes, she can hit the ball hard, but also you want to make sure you're maybe a step or two in, because you got to be ready to make that throw with that runner on third.
Left side playing in the bunt. Hadley Morrow's gonna check third. In a rundown is Coons, and she's tagged out. No, did she drop it? Oh, safe at third. What a break for Missouri.
That was a beautiful play, a beautiful fake throw by Hadley Morrow with that bunt right back to her. You see it here, fakes the throw, then gets into the pickle, and then there's an attempt at a tag, didn't happen, and she goes, oh shoot, I gotta go back, tag, the ball comes out of her hand. Oh, so close, but also the start of a great play. Missouri catching a break, and they still have runners. Now they got runners on the corners.
Man, if you looked away for a second, you would have missed that whole play. And it looks like Illinois once again will use their challenge, their last one successful, so they still have 2 here. But I think it was pretty obvious this time. The tag was not applied, and then the ball popped out. So here we go, the fake throw. Morrow then again throws it to third. This is Ramos, who didn't apply the tag, and the ball pops out.
She also comes pretty far out of the baseline, too.
Well, I wonder if that will be taken into consideration.
Kind of looks like everyone realizes, like, oh man, gotta go.
So this has turned into quite the interesting inning here in the top of the 5th inning for Missouri at the plate. It started with a bunt for a single. Then we had what we thought was another bunt for a single. Turned out it was an out. Nonetheless, Coons moved to third, and then we had yet another bunt and another review, this time at third base. So 3 straight bunts in the heart of the order here for Missouri, trying to get a little small ball.
Trying to force Illinois to make some plays. Defenses all around for both these teams have been really good throughout this entire tournament. And Illinois, too, knows that they're a little risky with the way that they play, especially the bunt defense. And, you know, we saw with first base staying back, they're leaving that open. Well, it's like, here's the attempt at the tag, and then, you know, she actually takes a couple steps off, and it looks like she's going to be safe.
Call confirmed. First and third, 1 out for Missouri. Here's Ari Rhodes. We'll see if she squares around. She will. This time on the left side. So Coons on third, Risenhoover at first. Bunt is up in the air. Christie all over it, 2 outs. That is what you risk trying to bunt every single at bat.
Hey, so far it's been working for Missouri. They've gotten runners into scoring position, but a bunt coming up. I think the game plan was to try to get it down towards the first baseline. You can tell she starts running that way, and her bat was almost angled, just dropped it. But now with 2 outs, they're probably looking to swing it.
And Risenhoover took second on that pitch. Chloe Jacko struck out in her first plate appearance to end the top of the second. This will be huge if Illinois can get out of this without letting a run score in this inning. One and one. Swing and a miss from Jacko. With the inning-ending strikeout, and somehow Illinois gets out of that inning without letting a run come across to score. But Illinois, only 6 outs remaining, waiting for that offense to heat up. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. But we have seen a lot in this game, and it is still a 1-0 ball game. Illinois has been held scoreless the first 4 innings. Still waiting for their offense to come alive in this Monday morning matchup. Hadley Morrow first up for Elmhurst Little League. 5-6-7 due up as a team. Chase Bethune has only given up 1 hit in this game thus far. Hadley Morrow and the Illinois defense getting out of an interesting jam in the top half of the inning. We're able to strand 2 runners in scoring position. She turns on one here, out of power, but it was foul.
She's just so tough. She's been that way in the circle and also swinging. And look at this swing, powerful. She drives the legs, beautiful extension. Just fouled.
But Bethune ahead of the count 0-2. Hadley Morrow does have the lone hit for this Illinois offense back in the 2nd inning.
She's been described as the workhorse for this team, the rock.
Lined out to short. Murphy's there. 1 down.
Bethune, great spot, outside corner. Hadley Morrow was just early, tried to pull it. Almost on the other side of the batter's box. She got the barrel out there.
First pitch strike to Daniela Salinas.
Chase Bethune today, went to that extra inning game against Indiana, had 7 strikeouts.
Reed got a glove on it. Perfect throw to first, 2 away.
So because of how much she pitched in that Indiana game, she wasn't allowed to throw yesterday. You just saw Gianna Reed make that play there. So she threw majority of the innings. Also Murphy, who's over at shortstop.
And not a single earned run for Chase Bethune. The 4 runs scored were off of the runners that started at second base in extra innings. So 2 away here. Bottom 5th, Kylie Lowry. Squares around the butt, pops it up, but into the netting behind the catcher. Coming into this game, Kylie Lowry had the best batting average in the tournament, hitting .667. 4 for 6 at the plate. 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, 4 stolen bases. She went to work specifically against Nebraska in Ohio. #21 runs scored thus far in Whitestown for Illinois. But this morning, 0. One, 2 the count. Despite limiting this Illinois team to just one hit. No strikeouts so far for Chase Bethune. We'll see if she gets her first here, 2-2. Turning on one is Lowry, and that's a fair ball over the head of Gilpin in left. And they'll hold her up at second. A 2-out stand-up double for Kylie Lowry, and her bat stays hot here in Whitestown.
Oh, she got all of that pitch. A great ball. She turned on it, got her hands through, and even Gilpin out in left field. She's playing back. She's playing nearly halfway between that dirt and fence. So that is a hard hit ball down the line in that perfect spot. There's the fish dance move. Is that what it is? The scuba dance.
Oh, that's there it is. I need to brush up on my slang, as the kids would say. But that is just the second hit of the day for Illinois. Coming when they need it most. Here's Margot Greendike. We'll see if Bethune can settle in. 2-0. As a staff, Missouri coming into this game with a sub-1 ERA.
And that's like unheard of at this age. So also remember, they've used 4 pitchers throughout this entire tournament, so every single one of them have kept that ERA low. Ooh, that's some good pitching.
Greendike, line to Himmelberg. Her glove has been hot all day. Big hit from Illinois, but they can't score. The 1-0 lead, we head to the final inning. 10-11-12, duo for Missouri. Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. The official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. Game 1 of 4 on this Monday in Indiana. And it's coming down to the wire. Elimination game between Missouri and Illinois. 1-run game in the top of the 6th inning. Missouri with an opportunity to add a little bit more insurance heading into the bottom half of the last inning. 9, 10, 11 due up. Here's Rena on Kiko. This Illinois defense, or excuse me, here's Emma Gilpin, my bad. This Illinois defense had to get out of a major jam in the last inning. But Hadley Morrow delivering the inning-ending strikeout for Team Illinois. Gilpin squares around, takes a strike.
You know, Illinois down 1-0, but overall, Hadley Morrow has been pitching a really good game. It's mostly been done with the small game, the bunts. We saw the chaos that happened last inning.
Way ahead of it, 2-2. 2-1 so far in the Central region. She has pitched over 20 innings with 23 strikeouts. And with 2 strikes, batter's out. Yeah, Gilpin scored around a bunt with 2 strikes. So 1 down.
That's how bad Missouri wants to bunt right now. They're having hitters square up round, even with 2 strikes.
So here's Declan Gastineau. And that will go down as a strikeout in the book for Morrow. They've been playing this small ball here in the last few innings. Kensley Murphy is a lone run scored for Missouri, and she led off this entire game. Since then, Morrow and the defense have kept them in check.
Yeah, it feels like a long time ago since that happened. She's been deadly at the top of this lineup. I'm sure Illinois trying to get out of this without having to see her again.
This Missouri team leads the entire regional with 5 extra base hits. They do not have a single one against Morrow today. 1-2 the count to Gastineau. Hits it in a good spot. Diving Columbari in time. What a play!
What a great hustle by Columbari, but it looks like we're gonna have a challenge on this play over at first. She did a good job. She was playing up the middle towards second base, had that dive, and then stayed on her knees, made that throw. But I will say, looking at it originally, I think she may have been safe.
Yeah, I'm eager to see the review on this. Diving. But look at that effort, the glove throwing from the knees.
Yeah, immediately right after.
Here's a good look.
You see everyone put their hands up, get that review. Yeah, it looks like foot's down, ball is not in glove.
So possibly a successful coaches challenge. Have not seen many of those, but we've seen 2 in this game so far. Lily Ash waiting on deck for Team Missouri. Then it's back to the top of the lineup. If you're Illinois, you do not want to get back to Kensley Murphy.
No, so you want that out.
Yep.
It's the way that she's been hitting the ball. She is almost impossible to get out right now.
And the call overturned, save that burst. So only 1 out and a runner on first for Lily Ash. Missouri utilized the small game a lot last inning. Swinging is Ash, fouls it off herself. eye, lone outside. Minnesota and Michigan warming up nearby. They've got the next game at 1 o'clock. Swing and miss from Ash.
I love how Hadley Morrow is just changing up the eye levels. She goes high, she goes low, works in and out. It's a really good job for the four corners. And what a pitch.
And that is the 6th strikeout of the day for Hadley Morrow. 2 down.
It's the knee buckling changeup right on the outside corner. She keeps her momentum, the speed, everything the same, and then just pulls that string and drops that in. That's why it's such a tough pitch. You even saw Lily Ash, she kind of bent those knees in because it's a tough pitch.
So let's see what Kensley Murphy can do here with 2 outs. The lone run to score for Missouri. All the way back in the 1st inning. Lone run of the game. Called strike, 1-1 the count.
The coaching staff says she has a lot of potential, and you can see exactly why with the way that she hits for this team, the way she steps in the box, a lot of confidence.
Hits it to the right side. Bay is there and makes the grab. So after 5.5, this is still a 1-0 ball game. Illinois down to their final 3 outs. Illinois down to their final 3 outs. Tournament run on the line as Missouri holds the 1-0 lead. And Faith, this Missouri defense has just been lights out, preventing any runs from being put on the board.
Yeah, right now, Chase Bethune has not had a strikeout, so she's relied on the defense. And you see Himmelberg, she had the double play and the great backhand. You also saw some great snags over at third by Gianna Reed. I mean, this defense has stepped up in big ways, helping her out. And Illinois, it's frustrating. They've been hitting the ball well, just hard hits. Right to him, outfield, also making some plays. Gilpin out and left. Oh, solid all around.
We'll see if Illinois can put something together here. And they're saying hit by pitch. That was Rena Ankiko at the plate. 10-11 due up.
And that came in on Kiko actually putting her head up in the air after, like, oh man, she wanted to hit. But it looked like it almost hit the bat and not her from the replay. And I think that's why she was frustrated, but you know, she's down at first.
And it looks like at the last second, Kendra Murphy is gonna come out here. So on the replay, it looked like it hit the knob of the bat.
Yeah, because my first reaction was like, why are you frustrated? You get first base. Congrats. But I think she thought it hit the knob of the bat, and so she was like, man, that's the worst.
So it looks like our umpires will confer on this. Jennifer Sims, Michael Miller, Jimmy Kenyon, Jim Spade. Looks like the call will not change. So Kendra Murphy will call time again, and this is a reviewable play. It's use them or lose them. So I'm not sure why they wouldn't review this.
Yeah, why not? Especially here in the bottom of the sixth.
And it looks like they will. So after all that, it ends in a review.
I think she was hoping she didn't have to use a review.
But you get an extra one if you challenge. Here we go. Yeah, and her head dips down too. She really did not sell it well, if that was the case.
Yeah, I would say from her reaction, it definitely looked like it hit the knob of the bat. Even looking at it, yes, knob of the bat.
Rena, you crack me up.
Didn't sell it well.
In the first 12 games of this regional, 3 calls were overturned. We possibly have 3 in this game.
It gets more intense when you get to those elimination rounds where someone's going home.
And you can actually see she like choked up on the bat, so there was some space in between her hand and the knob. I think it makes it a little bit more obvious.
Yeah, and I think from that sound too, sounds like it was a knob of the bat. Not even close to her elbow guard, because that also makes a very similar sound. And it was nowhere near that.
And we got some players waving to us. Still having fun even in a close game. And they are saying it is a foul ball. So the third call overturned in this game. Rena Ankiko will head back to the plate.
You know what? As a hitter, that's okay. I'm coming back. I want to hit anyway, right?
But it is at a strike to her count, 0-1. She grounded out to second in her first appearance.
Also gets you a little out of rhythm. I was over there at first base for a while.
She looks ready to go, though. Grounder to second. And once again, Himmelberg takes care of business, 1 away.
For Illinois, number 12, Florence Mildred.
And it's a very similar situation that Missouri was in. Is Illinois is really going to want to try to get to the top of the lineup. They got Emma Ramos, who's been seeing the ball well. She had that solid hard hit. Yeah, it was caught, but to center field. If they can get her up to bat with a runner in scoring position, this could get a tie game.
So we most certainly want to take care of the bottom half of this order. Here's Florence Hildreth. Walked in her first plate appearance with a few base runners for Team Illinois. She plates a perfect bunt. And not even close, beats out the throw.
Oh, just a beautifully placed bunt. Right in front of the catcher, drops it down, squaring up late, perfectly done. And she's also got some speed too, so can get down to first quickly.
Illinois has had a runner on every inning but the first. They're going for the lead runner. And wow, Elmhurst. Sigh of relief, the second baseman wasn't supposed to catch that one, but she does, and she tags second, 2 down.
And that's not a play that you practice very often at practice, because you usually don't have a pitcher. So it goes right back to Bethune. She did a good job getting that turn and throwing on over to second. Looked like maybe a miscommunication who was supposed to cover that. But then she's like, oh, better touch the bag. But now you got the big hitter, Emma Ramos.
This is who you want at the plate in this situation. First pitch swinging up the middle, and they're gonna step on second. Missouri with the shutout performance over Illinois, and they're moving on.
Oh, you look at the way that this team played defense all day long. That is what won them this game. They took away hits from Illinois. This is a team that honestly stepped up and hit the ball well. Just Missouri, their defense unstoppable. Jace Bethune also doing a great job in the circle, trusting her defense, and she had every reason to do so. But what a game.
Emphasize the incredible defense enough from this Missouri team, and that is why their tournament run is still alive here in Whitestown in the Central Region. We had mentioned it, they are on the same path as last year, losing their first round game. They've rattled off 3 wins. Can they keep it going? They will play again at 7 o'clock tonight. And they will have to await their opponent, though. Taking a look at our bracket. Coming up next, Minnesota and Michigan in an elimination bracket game. The Missouri will play the winner of that matchup at 7 o'clock tonight. And then at 4, the semifinal matchup between Kentucky and Indiana. One of those teams will secure their spot in the championship game on Wednesday. So an exciting game 1 here in Whitestown for Faith Kane and Kelsey Casper. Don't go too far. We got another matchup coming your way. Minnesota and Michigan at a 1 o'clock start. But the defense for Missouri securing the 1-0 shutout over Illinois to advance and move on.